I watched a video the other day and it talked to me about affirmative thinking and negative thinking, positive thinking, negative thinking. He asked the audience, he said, basically what you put in your mind is what you're going to remember or what you're going to think about all the time. And he said, I don't see an elephant. Of course, you do. That's the first thing you think about is an elephant. So when you tell them you don't, and that's generally what sticks in your mind. Like if you ever kids are eating on the couch and you say, hey, don't eat on the couch. What's best to say is that go eat in the kitchen. So negative things, whatever we say to ourselves is what's going to happen. I don't want to forget my keys. You're going to forget your keys. So what you want to tell yourself is, remember my keys. So anyway, and seeing all the influencers on YouTube, and a lot of them are trying to pump you up and give you positive things to reinforce, to continue on YouTube. And I put together a list of 10 things that I want to focus on. And one of the first things is that I'm always finding new content. I always tell myself, I said, every day there's something new that comes out. Something that happened to me during the course of the day. And it's a perfect example. I watched this video and it told me about that, about affirmation and coming from a place of negativity or positivity. And so what you put out there is you're going to bring back. So the way I understand it is that if you put an idea out there and you say, you know what, I'm going to do that. I'm going to remember my keys, or I'm going to do whatever it takes to get something done. Then what you do, what I believe happens is things will start to show up in your life and you'll create ways to make that happen. Like with me with videos, it's like, how am I going to come up with an idea? And I said, I'm going to have an idea every day. So there's always inevitably something, and I write it down on a piece of paper and I put it in my pocket, and I do it for the next day and the next day and the next day. So there's always content to talk about. So I don't have an issue with that because that's what I put out. But there are other things that I need to work on, and I want to share that with everybody today. I've got a list here of the top 10 affirmative thoughts for building the YouTube channel. First thing I said, new ideas come to me every day. Second, my experiences are worth sharing. As I shared that this video or this video compilation is sharing my stories that my kids can listen to. It's going to be relevant to them and hopefully relevant to you. Sharing ideas, lessons, things that I've learned along the way. Number 3, I become more comfortable with every video. Confidence comes from turning your camera on and just talking, making mistakes, and just always getting better. My message becomes clearer each time I speak. Every video helps me organize my thoughts and communicate better. So as I'm doing these videos, I get better, better every day. It's like with practice, with anything you do, if you do it on a consistent basis and want to get better, for me, that helps me. I'm becoming a better storyteller. So as I've noticed from my first video to now, I've gotten better. And I got a long ways to go. I want to get better, a lot better. So I want to share my stories where people can really feel my passion and what I'm trying to share at that time. The right people will find my channel. So yeah, you tell yourself the right people, the people that want to hear what you have to say are going to find your channel. It's going to happen. So you just got to be positive and thinking that way. Not be gloom and doom, like, oh, nobody watches my channel. It's like, it's easy to get into that mindset. And there's a lot of YouTube influencers out there that talk about that kind of stuff as a negativity. It's like, and I refuse, although I do go down the negative path, but I'm trying to stay positive. Every video builds my channel. So every video I do keeps building my channel. It gives me experience even when it comes down to many views. Consistency consistency is becoming part of who I am. I'm becoming someone who regularly creates and shares. So I'm being more consistent. Like I said, those topics are coming up. I said, hey, I could do a video on this, and this will be a good lesson for the people that are struggling here. So this is what I do. I can continue to create. And number 10, I keep my eyes on the creator I am becoming. Just like avoiding a pothole on my motorcycle, you're always looking at the path, where your path is, not where the obstacles are. Say, okay, there's an obstacle, but I'm not gonna focus on the obstacle. I'm gonna focus on the path. So basically, closing thoughts. Becoming a YouTube channel can make us focus on low views, mistakes, nervousness, and everything that might go wrong. I'm learning that to change the focus is making me better every day in what I do. My dad always told us when we were kids, we'd say, oh, I can't do that. He says, can't never did a damn thing. And that's the worst mindset you can have. It's talking about how you can't do something. It's how you can. You come up with a solution. Hey, it's not easy for me. I'd love to hear your comments on what you've overcome. But I believe focusing on the affirmative instead of the negative is going to get you a lot farther, because I feel that the pathway is going to open up to you if you continually say, I'm going to do that. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to focus on. Whatever you focus on is what's going to happen. If you focus on, oh, I'm not getting a lot of views and I'm not getting this, I'm not getting that. Say, focus on what you can control, not on what you can't. You can control everything that I just shared, those top 10 things. You can control that. You can't control how many views you get, but you can control what you put out there. So that's what I wanted to share today. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And if you'd like to share some of your thoughts on some of the things you've done to overcome this stuff, feel free to comment. Have a great day.